Hey there, baseball fans. Nathan Rohde and Shooter Hunt here with the latest episode of Coffee and Curveballs. Shooter, we're recapping the last weeks of action with a bunch of MLB draft stuff with some high school guys because we had some really good matchups.
Yeah, the matchups have been great all around the country. And shoot, Rody, we're getting real close to that June MLB draft time. So we got to talk these draft prospects.
Yeah, it's creeping up a little faster than expected, which always happens. But last week, Phil Kerber was in Jacksonville and saw a showdown between Bowles School and Providence School, which means we got Tyler Callahan versus Hunter Barco. And Tyler Callahan ends up being the winner on the day. Couple of hits off of Barco, reached base 3 times, and one of those hits, bomb squad.
Yeah, it was a mega bomb, and that's what Callahan's done all year. I think he's got about 11 or 12 jacks on the season. Going into the spring, that's what we talked about. If he hits, a team could take him real high because he's showing the power from the left side. Positionally, I think he hopped back behind the plate during that game to show that off a little bit. But I mean, shoot, that pure hit tool that he's got going right now, and he's got a plan at the plate, which is something that I really love.
Yeah, he certainly does. If you read the entry in the high school cross-check notebook, which is already out on prepbaseballreport.com, Kerber talked about how Callahan showed a really good approach, wouldn't chase pitches out of the zone, and really waited and battled back from being down in the count as well. To get Barco. So big time day for Callahan. Certainly probably earned himself some money from a major league team. But in another big matchup at Wrigley Field nonetheless, not just a high school field, we had Nazareth versus Marist, which means Michael Prosecki was going up against the likes of Jason Hodges and the crew behind him for Marist. Prosecki with the win. 89 pitches, 63 for strikes. That's 71% clip. Allowed 8 hits in 5 innings, but only 1 was for extra bases. Allowed 1 earned run and punched out 5, stranding 6 runners and walking none.
It's a big, durable left-hander there. It's a Louisville commit. Definitely some eyes going to be locked in on him because that velo is going to continue to grow, especially as this springtime gets warmer there in that Chi-Town area.
Yeah, it certainly will. Down in Texas, Toby Bicknell went in to see Bodie Rascone face Argyle, who at the time was number 2 in the state, but Shooter, sounds like they're number 1. Very offensive team, one of the top teams in the country. So tough task for Rascone. Tough luck loser. He loses 2-0, but still facing a lineup like that, coming away 2-0, is pretty impressive for Rascone.
Yeah, and he's got some long limbs, a lot of moving parts there. It looked like it was coming together well. I know we've seen him. Sometimes it doesn't sync up as well. We're getting later in the season. He's had those reps, and it looked like the slider was definitely on for him in that game.
Yeah, I saw him in March, and honestly, it was a bit of a disaster outing for him. He walked a ton of guys, had a hard time finding the zone. Defense behind him wasn't very good, and things just fell apart. But I still really liked him with the projection and the stuff, the raw stuff that he has. And Toby came away loving him, said I'd take him pretty early in the draft just because of that projection and the athleticism, and then throw in the fact that it's a left-handed arm. So pretty good look for Bodie Rascone, and like you said, sounds like things are coming together.
Absolutely.
But wrapping up some of the guys that we've been seeing the last week, as you all know, I'm in the Pacific Northwest, wrapping up a trip out here. Had a look at Corbin Carroll last Monday, then went back on Wednesday. We're recording this on a Monday. You'll see it on Tuesday. I will have seen him again, but I got to see Carroll hit a triple last week and really show off his speed, which I'm going to put it as a 70 on the 2080 scale. I mean, I've seen him pull up and round first base at 4.2, 4.3. So if he's going straight line, I mean, he's getting down that line quick.
Yeah, he definitely thought he got that triple for a while because it took him a little bit to get going around first, but he turned those burners on, showed off that speed, and has that power, which for a smaller frame, the ball comes off that bat really well.
Yeah, we say he's small, being at 5'10", buck 75, buck 80, whatever it is, but he's not weak. He's definitely very strong, a lot of quick twitch in there as well. Helping him out. So good look for Corbin Carroll. Expect to hear his name very early on day 1 of the draft. So, but Shooter, moving on to the PBR Bomb Squad, sticking with the draft stuff, we got Josh Hahn, Huntington Beach High School, going Apo Taco for number 7 on the year for him.
Nice. And then Jonah Hogue, he's a PBR Future Games vet, just absolutely crushes this. Yes, they're playing baseball in Minnesota now, believe that. Then Kyle Carr, getting to the plate. It's a pure left-handed stroke. Look at that barrel just stay in the zone forever. And then Jake Combs, the Louisiana commit, just buggy whips this ball. Absolutely destroyed for Cy Ranch.
Excellent. We were talking about good matchups a little bit ago. Parkview versus Brookwood
right.
in Georgia is one of the better rivalries in high school baseball in the country. Will Mize on Wednesday gave Brookwood a lead in the 6th inning with this big old 3-run bomb that set the stadium on fire. But Mackenzie Pate answered in the 7th inning to cut the deficit to 1 per Parkview. They ended up tying the game and winning in extra innings, and then turned around to face Brookwood again on Thursday. And Jonathan French here, oppo bomb to give Parkview a 9-run lead on the way to a 10-0 win. So
big week for Bomb Squad.
Very big week for Bomb Squad, but can't have Bomb Squad and leave out Spin Zone. So what do we got, Shooter?
Midwest Select, Luke Hayden. You can see him on the 2021 overall rankings, breaking this one off, ending the inning, scooting off the mound. Judah Graham up in Washington, Fife High School, just letting him know with this big bender.
Excellent. And then what is a PBR Spin Zone without Mr. JJ Goss for Cypress Ranch, spinning those hard swing and miss low 80s slider. So there you have it. Bomb Squad Spin Zone and a look at some of the latest MLB draft notes. Be sure to head to prepbaseballreport.com for more, as we're going to have it throughout the rest of the spring as well as the summer. If you want baseball, the best place to find it is at PBR. So for Shooter Hunt, I'm Nathan Rohde. This was Coffee and Curveballs. And until next time, we'll see you guys at the ballpark.